Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Choua, and today we are going to be doing a Project 10 use update. I feel like September has been kind of a crazy month for me, not because of like busy schedules and stuff, of course that's always the case, but I got sick in September, so I caught a cold and then I had to recover from that, so I didn't feel like putting on makeup. That kind of pushed me back when it comes to like usage goals with my makeup collection, but that's okay. I still feel like we'll be able to make some progress and be able to reach more 10 use goals in October because I have a lot of things planned for the month and I am excited to dive deeper into grungier, more fall-like looks. So hopefully that will be able to make up for the month of September where I didn't really get to reach all of the goals that I really wanted to. But anyways, let's get started. Of course, we're gonna start with the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. And if you can hear chewing, the little corgo is sitting next to me on our futon right here. So if you can hear little munchies or little nibbles and stuff, it's because she's playing with her toy. I am going to start with Casanova. This is the one that has been rolled in for about 2 months now, and we finally reached 10 uses on this. For the month of August, we used Casanova 5 times, and then in September, we used it 5 more times to reach 10 uses. This one is actually a really nice pink to top in the middle of the lips to kind of just bring a little bit more of like an ombre effect or like a gradient effect. So it was really pretty for that. I think I'm going to keep this in my collection and use it for more pinky looks. This one works really well when I'm wearing more cool toned pinks or purples and stuff like that. Anything that really matches pink, this one goes really well with. And then I Heart This. It is also a pink and I'm gonna swatch it right next to it. I have reached for this lippy stick 5 times in the month of September. We have 5 more uses to go, which is perfectly okay. I feel like because it's a darker pink, I might be able to wear a little bit more with like berry toned lipsticks. And then our last lippy stick that I'm going to talk about here is 1000%. This is also a matte, and I have reached for this 4 times in the month of September. This is kind of like a brownie red, or like it's like a brown but has like a red-ish undertone to it. This one actually is really nice to, you know, kind of line the lips with and like smudge it out or like blend it out a little bit and then top the middle parts of the lips with something else, and it's actually really gorgeous. So we have 6 more uses for that lippy stick and then we'll be able to roll it out. And then next I'm going to talk about my ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and this first one is Empire. This is a really nice green. I have used this 1 time in the month of August and then I used it 2 times in the month of September, so 3 uses total, and it's going to stay in the project for another month. Hopefully I can get 7 uses out of this shade in October because it is the month of Halloween, so hopefully I can do very like grungy Halloween fall like kind of looks with this. Not too sure how that's going to look like, but we'll see. Hopefully it will only take about another month to get through this and then roll it out, because if this stays in for another month after October, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, because not that I'm tired of this shade, it's just green isn't my color that I'm going for right now. I think it's because I'm kind of still milking out that warm temperature, you know, the sunniness that we're still getting outside, even though it's technically fall now, and I'm still trying to get more warmth and like summery, cozy looking looks that you would usually see in the summertime. So that's probably why it's taking me a little bit longer to get some use out of Empire. Hopefully in the month of October that'll change as the weather changes as well. So Ritz, I actually used this 5 times, and this was rolled in last month in September, and I have used this 5 times because I just think it's such a beautiful, oops, there's some green from the from the green shadow. So let me just use a different finger. I've been wearing reds on top of different shimmers to kind of give it a little bit more of like a sparkle, you know, like a little bit of a shine with like some more like silvery glitters and stuff. So this is Ritz right here. I actually really like this. So I don't mind keeping this in for another month. And especially if I'm going to be in the office or I'm going to be out a little bit more, I'm going to be using this as like an eyeshadow topper. And it's also what I'm wearing in my inner corner as well. Of course, it's been what? About 12 hours or so since I've worn my makeup, and it's still kind of wearing okay. I just like how it elevates my eye look, but not like too boom in your face, you know? So I really like Ritz, and I will continue to use it in the month of October. So another product I rolled in the month of September is my Laura Mercier Rose Thorn eyeshadow stick. I only used this 2 times. I could have used this a little bit more, honestly, but I, not gonna lie, forgot about this. Even though it was sitting like right on my everyday like vanity kind of thing, I just totally forgot about it. I think it's because I was playing with other shades and this was buried underneath of like all my other eye products, so I just forgot to use it. But this is how it looks like. It has a really nice kind of like purple, berry toned, wine toned kind of look to it. It has a little bit of brown in it, has kind of like a coppery shade to it. So in the month of October, I hope to get the last 8 uses out of this. I am going to remember to put it on top of things so that I can use this on the eyes. Otherwise, I'm going to forget about this again. Last month, I rolled in a eyeshadow palette. This is the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. This is actually a really nice palette. I'm actually surprised at how much I like this palette. I have reached for this 5 times already, and all the looks that I created with this palette has been gorgeous. So beautiful. I didn't really think I was gonna like this color story that much, but then I read what was on the back, and this is supposed to be for like a simple, comfy glam kind of palette. So I was like, what? That is so cool. I mean, I didn't know it was comfy glam, but it is a comfy glam. And I am so glad I rolled this in because it is really fitting for all of my office visits right now, and the changes of weather and the season and everything. So I really like this. The second shade, Forehead Kisses, a really good setting shade for the eyes. So I have gone into this a little bit more than any of the other shades to set the lid really, but I have used Yawning to deepen the outer corner. I didn't really think using this will match like a more brownie kind of golden tone kind of look, but using this as a like more like a purpley outer corner that has some brown in it actually made the look really colorful, but also muted enough for like an office day, you know? So I'm really glad I got 5 uses out of this palette so far, and we have 5 more uses to go. I am really looking forward to playing with this palette a little bit more because I didn't realize how much I like it, and I kind of am a little bit disappointed in myself for not reaching for this palette sooner when I pulled it into my collection. But I'm glad I was able to get some uses now. The next product is my Essence Baby Got Bronze Bronzy Stick. This is in Moon Dust. I have used this quite a lot actually. This one I have used 12 times. So I have reached the 10 use goal and used it 2 additional times. It's what I'm also wearing today, and this is how it looks like. So what I have been doing is I have been using this brush by Half Caked. This is their 120 brush, and this is how it looks like. It's like one of those angled brushes. I have just been really going into the tube and then really stamp it on and blend it out, and that works wonders. I can even put this like right on my nose like this, and it blended in really naturally. So that's how I've been liking this bronzer stick. Otherwise, I don't know if I would reach for it because it's just so stubby and it's not the best applying it directly onto the face. This is the Lucky Chick Radiant Glow Illuminator. What is it? No, Illuminizer. And I have not used this in the month of September. So in the month of August, I rolled this in and I used it 3 times with my foundations. And then in September, I have not reached for this because I have been trying to get through my Tarte Glow Wand that is in my project pan, so I really want to get that done. So I have not used this at all. I keep thinking like, should I mix it in with my Tarte? But I just keep going like, nah, next time, you know, next time, and it never really got to it. And by the time you know it, it's the end of September. So I got 0 uses out of this after the 3 uses in August. So this is going to be staying in for the month of October. And I'm hoping to get the Tarte one finished soon so that I can prioritize this. But it's okay. I still have 7 uses. I think I would be able to get it done by the end of October, but we shall see about that. And lastly is the CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless 3-in-1 Foundation. So I rolled this in for the month of August, and then I got 3 uses in August, and then we used this a couple of times in September as well. Not a couple of times. We used it 5 more times in September. So we got 7 uses out of this foundation. That means we have 3 more uses to go. I have been kind of testing out the other stuff that are in my collection right now as well. There are also days where I just really want a light coverage on the face, so I've been using like skin tints and whatnot. I think in October I will be able to get the 3 uses done with and get it rolled out. Okay, so that means we have 8 products staying in and 2 rollouts. And that means we will be rolling in 2 new items to replace those rollouts. And of course, I have been really trying to make the goal of getting to know and use my ColourPop lippy sticks. So we have another roll-in for that. This one is Ziggy. This one, of course, my husband picked it out. I'm so glad that he actually picked this out because this is how Ziggy looks like, and it is a really fall appropriate lip color. And I think this one's gonna go really well with more fall dramatic brownie outer corner dark dramatic looks. I don't know if I made any sense there, but I'm really excited to have something that is not necessarily pink in this project to play around with, because I have been getting a lot of pinks lately and I kind of want a little bit more of brownie fall kind of toned lip looks, or not lip looks, but lip colors to play around with. So Ziggy it is. I'm really excited to roll that in. And the second and last roll-in is my Half Magic Chrome Addiction. This is in Spirit Guide. This is what is that? They market it as like an eye paint plus a liner. And I got this during the 21 Days of Beauty in September. And I wanted to play around with this because it is a newer product in my collection. This is how it looks like, Spirit Guide. I have another one. This one is Lil Beast. This is the golden one, and I have been actually playing with this one a little bit more. This is Lil Beast, so it's kind of like a brown, bronzy sort of eye paint with a lot of beautiful glitters in it that gives you a little bit of like multi-chrome look, like shift to it. And then we have Spirit Guide that is like a lavendery, not lavendery, like indigo sort of blue purple eye paint. So I think this would be really appropriate, especially in October, you know, month of Halloween and everything. Anyways, that is all for today's video. It's kind of a quick one. Let me know if you think I will be able to get some use out of all of these products. Hopefully in the month of October I don't get sick and I have, you know, good skin days, so that way I can play with more makeup. And then we will be able to do a little bit more roll-ins before our finale in December. But that is all. Thank you so much for being here and watching my videos and supporting me. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below on what you would like to see next, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!